Hi, it's Rue. So today this is gonna be a very quick video. I'm hoping to cover the outlines of a new series that I'm going to be making. New series of videos. I don't know how many videos it's going to be, but the topic will be about something called regression. It doesn't matter if some people call it past life regression or what else is it called? I just prefer to call it regression because time doesn't really matter here when it comes to regression. By the end of this, I want to ensure that you viewers are going to be able to journey into the deepest parts of the mind, and whether that is going back to your past lives, if you believing that or not, it doesn't really matter, or your past, your childhood, in this current lifetime of yours, or whether you want to look at something in the present, whether you want to even look at something in the future, even though the future is something that is very fluid and not fixed whatsoever. You can do whatever you want, basically. But this is such a huge topic, so of course I will break it down. And this video is only supposed to be a highlight to what's coming up. So this is the plan that I've written out to that I will follow. So what is it? The different types, disclaimers, importance. Also, a big topic will involve the senses. Also, in the future, where I'll be doing a demonstration, which you could use as a guide, do's and don'ts of this practice, and of course, the most important part for reflection, the steps taken afterwards. So, this is gonna be very exciting, but I have no idea how long this is going to take because number one, I work like 5 days a week. I'm almost always exhausted after work, or not just that, I'm still tired now, but also I don't live alone, so even when I say to other people I'm recording something, I can't ensure that it's gonna be quiet the entire time. You know, people be speaking on the phone, people be, I don't know, doing stuff around the house. I can't turn into some kind of dictator and just demand silence every time. It's gonna get really annoying. So whenever I find the time to record this, I definitely will. Yeah. So we're on 4 minutes 10 seconds right now. Okay, I have to make this quick because I don't have to tell you why, but yeah. Where was I? Yeah. I can go over, actually I will, yes. I can go over the topics now, like in a very quick highlight sort of way. But I won't be going into anything in depth. So, did I say depth or depth? This is okay. This is just my mind. I'm so used to just constantly correcting myself. I can't get anything wrong, can I? Oh, why is the camera going blurry? Anyway, yep. I have issues of my own. Everyone has issues. And regression can be used for healing or for gaining greater insight into yourself. Yeah. So, what is regression? I'll try to explain this. I'm rubbish at explaining things most of the time. Is it just me, or is... I feel like the camera is blurry and it just... It's not... Is this better? Oh my god, I've made it worse. Okay, whatever. So, it's not important what you're looking at. What's important is... No. The blurriness is annoying me. Why is it getting worse? Oh, okay, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. Right, so what is regression? Regression is what I like to call is a practice that lets you explore, not just by seeing, which I'll go over the senses in a future video, but is to explore a certain aspect. You know, it's easy if I give you guys an example. So say you want to find out why you get... This is just one example. Say if you're doing shadow work, why you get triggered in a certain situation, like maybe say why you're afraid of being hated by everyone, or becoming unpopular. And so you would focus on the feeling, and feeling isn't just emotion, but it's mainly emotion, and using as many of these senses as you can. Oh my god, the camera's getting worse. As many of these senses as you can. I'll read it out anyway. Great sight, great hearing, great knowing, great feeling. I just say great because it's referring to something not just in the 3D, but something a lot more metaphysical as well. And you'll find out that the key to all of this, to regression, is feeling. And feeling is not just emotions, it involves all the other senses as well. People will typically lead with one sense. Say, okay, me for example, my sight is very good. My I call it great sight. People in spirituality, whatever, those people will generally call this clairvoyance, or which one was clairaudience? I think that was what I just like to call great hearing, because I don't know, I just feel like Claire something, Claire whatever, it's just gonna get too confusing. I like to simplify things and make it easier for everyone. That's a lot more helpful. Okay, this is getting heavy. I'll put it down. Okay, so I hope I can still be heard. So where was I? So yeah, the key to this regression is starting with, you know, the gateway to regression, which is what I call great feeling, and I've already explained that like probably 2 to 3 times. Yeah. So what was my example again? Say you get triggered, or you are afraid of the feeling of being unpopular or something, or like losing all your friends or whatever like that. You focus on that feeling using as many of the great senses as you can. Or for me, for example, I'd focus on actually visualizing the situation that makes me so triggered, or what I want to investigate, like that. And you don't relax your mind, you try to energize it, and in whatever way you find that works for you. This is why I don't understand when people say, oh, meditate for regression. No, that's just gonna make it way more difficult. But if meditation actually works for you for regression, then go ahead, you can if you want to. But no, I prefer to focus on the feeling and find that connection. And what you'll find is that you have to trust that you'll be shown something. If you don't visualize it, at least you'll feel it, and at least you'll even have a knowing of the situation. Just know it without actually seeing it or hearing it. Or if that's not your strong sense, then you might hear like a story or hear like a situation, and I'll go more into that in the demonstration and guide video, where you'll see me showing you what this practice looks like and what you should expect, and I'll be doing that as well. Also, another thing, regression, what you focus on doesn't have to be negative, or doesn't have to be like to do with shadow work. You can even focus on something really positive, and that could give you a lot of insight too. Like say, if you focus on your greatest talent, you might actually find out a very interesting story as to where it's come from. Whether you choose to believe what you see or not is up to you, but whether all this is real or not doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you're benefiting from this and gaining greater insight about yourself that even, I bet, years of therapy wouldn't be able to do. This isn't to say like, oh, stop going to therapy. No, no. If you do go therapy, that's amazing. You can also practice regression alongside, and hopefully you'll be able to progress much faster and better. And disclaimers, that's very important. That's what I have to say. Take this practice step by step. Please don't do too much. Don't try to force yourself to feel something that you know like triggers you way too much to if you know you're not ready for this yet, please don't attempt this. Or if you do, take extra care, because it's so easy for things to go wrong. I'm not trying to scare you guys if you want to try this, but please be gentle with yourself. And like, there was one time I did look into something that has always triggered me throughout my life, and I was shown and felt a very sad story and looking at myself in my mind's eye, I was portrayed as someone else. I don't know this. Shall I explain the story real quick? You know what? Whether this is actually my past life or not, I can't say for sure. I'm not certain about these things, but I was in the form of a rich man who lived somewhere in a sandy place, like some kind of desert or something. And I won't tell you what was triggering me that I decided to do the regression about, because that's very personal to me. But that ended up being very sad, a very sad story. And I'm usually not that kind of person that openly is very like openly emotional about things. I didn't expect to become so upset. I actually fully cried, like, and I felt the hurt, like it actually happened to me. Like, so okay, this is kind of what happened. In a nutshell. In a nutshell. Who says that anymore? Basically, yeah. So I was this rich guy, but I was extremely unpopular. When I tell you, everyone fucking hated me. Basically, I was showing this story. Yeah, everyone hated me. People would see me, like, I don't know, get on my camel and I don't know, ride across the towns and stuff for whatever I was doing. And some of them would boo me, some of them would just make mocking faces at me. They'd even like shout at me. Okay, my great hearing is practically like almost non-existent. I am so terrible at that, but my sight is very, very good. So and also my knowing is very, very good. So those two senses are what I generally go with. Yeah. So I was very unpopular. Yep, everyone hated me. But I did have very few people that were on my side. And I used to. Ah, okay. The reason I was hated, guys, guess what? Was because I had slightly different beliefs and thoughts to everyone else in that society. And people thought I was evil. People thought I would curse them. People thought, because I was also a some kind of, I used to work with snakes and stuff like that, and could control them and stuff like that. And I had this book as well, really cool stuff. But people hated me and were sort of afraid of me. One funny moment was when I literally, there was this guy who was harassing me, and I literally threw a snake at him. I was like, okay, that's the part that actually made me laugh in the vision. I was so he deserved it, okay, because it's non-stop being annoying and just showing that he hated me. Anyway, and I also, this was the sad part, I had a wife. It sounds ridiculous, I'm sorry, but this is what I saw, and I'm telling the truth 100%. I had a wife, and she was pregnant as well, and she was one of the only few people who accepted me for who I was and my practices and what I do. And then the sad part was, one day I found that she had been murdered by some kind of, like, I don't know whether they were two thieves or two of my enemies murdered her in front of me, and it was too late for me to get to her. and I mourned her loss, and I actually cried in real life as well. I was like, oh, my wife, oh my gosh. I'm so glad no one was home. I was home alone. You know how crazy that, that would make me look. Yeah, so that's what happened. So, yeah. Unfortunately, yes, that's all I have for today. So, that was a true story that I experienced. So, okay, I'll have to say bye now. There will be more videos about regression, and if you like this, please like and subscribe. Comments would be appreciated. What you think about this, what you hope to see. And yeah, hope you'll have a good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. So bye.